Hey guys, it's Mallory here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to do another baby-led weaning video. So I have been wanting to share this for a long time. I'm sorry for those of you who have asked that I have not done it yet. I'm sure your baby is already quite a bit older than when you were originally wanting some tips for baby-led weaning, but I am gonna share what my 10-month-old River eats in a day. So I'm gonna share breakfast, lunch, dinner. She doesn't really do snacks other than like some little things that help her if she's teething or not feeling good. If she's just kind of like cranky and fussy, then sometimes giving her a little snack like yogurt bite thing can help. So I'll share everything that I have bought for her, like specific baby food type stuff, but typically we do only baby-led weaning, so it's all like the food that we're eating, fruits, vegetables, like real food, not like pouches or baby jar food. So my husband made River breakfast because I was working out downstairs. That's been kind of our new routine in the morning. So he made her oatmeal with peanut butter and chia seeds. She's been dealing with some constipation ever since she started solid food, so we actually need to go to the doctor soon, but I try to make it better and it kind of works based on what she's eating. So I try to give her like the whole grains or like the rolled oats, nothing like white bread or white rice or those kinds of things. So yeah, I'm really intentional about what I feed her. So she had the same kind of oatmeal that we would eat in the morning. She used to eat like a baby oatmeal, so I can show you what I recommend or what I used for Asher and River when I gave them like baby oatmeal or baby cereal. But now I give her rolled oats. We just cook that in the microwave with water and then mix in some kind of natural peanut butter and a fruit sometimes, so like banana or something, but today we just mixed in chia seeds because that helps get things going too. That's a lot of high fiber. So that was all she ate for breakfast.
Hands up.
To be honest, I'm trying to be like realistic in this video, so I have not planned out like what she's eating for lunch, what she's eating for dinner. Usually for dinner, she'll just eat whatever we're having, and then for lunch, we have some leftovers in the fridge, and I also like meal prep certain things. So I do have some boiled pears that she absolutely loves. They're so sweet and juicy and like really soft to eat, and when she's teething, I think it being cold is good, but I can also warm it up and it's really yummy warm. It's good for me too. I think it's really yummy, and Asher loves it too. That's a pro with baby-led weaning, is if you have an older kid who's starting to get kind of picky toddler taste, then sometimes they'll be inspired seeing their younger sibling eating something and be like, oh, I want to try that, I want to eat that. And so he ate like a ton of boiled pears and apples the other day. He's eaten more veggies because of that. So it's been really good to do baby-led weaning. And even though we did baby-led weaning with him at a certain age, they still are kind of like picky and snacky and whatever. So I'll also do a day of eating for Asher in another video coming up, but stay tuned for River's what I eat in a day. We've got a hungry lady. So for lunch, I've got some red lentil beans, and this is Costco rotisserie chicken. I heated them up a little bit ago, so they're definitely not very warm, but we'll see how she does with that. It's basically just leftovers for lunch. So beans that I mash a little bit, like I just mash them like this, where they're not like super round and hard. That way she doesn't have the potential of choking on them. I do long strips of chicken. And then I'm gonna do this sweet potato that I had cut and boiled to meal prep, and then she'll probably eat one or two of these pears because that's what she likes the best. And I talked about them earlier, but I just slice them and boil them into these big chunks. For the sweet potato, I take the peel off, and then it's really easy when they've been boiled, and then I give her half of it at a time. And I do it cold or hot. She probably won't take it cold, so then I might warm it up. We'll just see what she does. Yes, and I might give her a spoon for the beans. So ideally, this is what her plate would look like. She would get the majority of her meal from a starchy kind of food. So sweet potato, like a carb, not starch, but a carb. And then like some kind of veggie or whatever. So here's the beans and then a protein, because she really doesn't need a lot of protein right now. So that's an ideal situation. I typically just give one food at a time, kind of. If it's a new food, you should definitely start out with just the new food, and then after they've experienced it a little bit in that same meal time, then you can give other foods that they've already had, so it is like a complete meal, not just one item of food. But what I found with Asher, and I'm starting to see it with River too, is if I put like that, like everything out, then sometimes it gets overwhelming, or they only go for, if it's something like, okay, I'm gonna give him like mac and cheese or whatever, then I definitely wanna give him the veggies and the protein before I give him mac and cheese, because otherwise that's all he's gonna eat is his favorite thing that's on the plate. So for example, I'm not giving her the peach or the pear yet, because I know if I give her the pear, that's all she's gonna wanna eat, it's her favorite thing. So I'm fine with giving her the chicken, beans, and sweet potato at the same time, because for flavor and her likes and everything, they're all pretty even as far as they're not like super sweet, super tasty to her necessarily. So she is like taking from different parts of the plate all at once, like kind of just trying different things. So I'm fine with doing that, but then I won't give her the tastiest part until the end. Hope that makes sense. I'm kind of talking all over the place, but that is her lunch. This is the oatmeal I was talking about that I used for both of my kids when they were younger. So this was one of like their first meals kind of, or consistent meal anyways. So we would just give them this in the morning. It looks really interesting. I'll pour some out on Asher's plate. So it just looks like this. It's like really finely grounded, is that the right word? So yeah, tiny flaky, and you can mix it with breast milk or water. I'm trying to not distract her too much, but she like drops stuff down in her bib and then picks it up. I also try to offer water every meal, so I have these straw cups that she's starting to do pretty well with. And then I'm trying to teach her how to use a cup on her own, but it gets so messy and tedious, so I'm not as good as I should be. I'm not diligent with it. But these are just those little like red Solo cup shot glasses, and they work really well because they're so small that they don't hold a lot of water. They're small for their mouths, and they can pick them up. So it's a way to teach them how to use a cup. But I've seen a lot of good products for that on Amazon. But this is the easiest way to offer it to her right now. So I'm gonna see what she takes. I'm not gonna do a video because she's not very good at taking water and I don't wanna distract her, but I offer a little bit every meal now.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I...
Cleaning up after baby-led weaning is honestly one of the worst parts. River drops tons of stuff on the ground and makes obviously a big mess on her hands and face and high chair and everywhere. So luckily we have a dog, so she cleans up the floor, but I also have to make sure she's not anywhere around while they are eating so that she doesn't distract them, because even River at like 8 or 9 months started to see, oh, if I drop food, the dog will get it, and it was fun. So trying to teach her to not do that. But I already started to clean like the side and her plate a little, but I always just rinse the plate and the bib, because they're like the silicone material, and I rinse them and then put them in our drying rack so that I can use them all day. I use them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as long as they can be cleaned easily, which with rinsing with water, it works well. But there's some stuff on the ground. And yeah, all over her. So I just clean her off in the sink. And sometimes, what I used to do with Asher is way different. Second kids are just different. I have these towels. This one looks kind of gross, but it's these washcloths. It's just, it looks dirty because it's stained from doing this. So I get this wet, and then I would always go to the chair with Asher, but now I just bring River and I rinse her under the sink and I dry her off with the towel. So yes, second kid's different. My kitchen's a mess because I'm in the middle of doing decluttering and organizing and whatever, but I think she's done. River's gonna be eating dinner pretty early because she woke up from her nap a little bit early. So she woke up at 3:20. It's now 4:45 and she's getting a little fussy. She's been great crawling all around the house, but I think she's a little fussy because she wants to eat some solid food. So I'm toasting a piece of multigrain bread. She does not have bread very often because of the whole constipation thing, but I think the multigrain hopefully will be okay. And I'm gonna mash a banana on it. So it's kind of like a breakfasty thing, but that's just what I came up with for dinner. And then we have, Hazel, stop. We have boiled broccoli that I already made. And if I wanna give her protein, I have the rotisserie chicken. I have a steak that was cooked in the oven that's pretty soft that she can at least like chew on. And my husband is making fish tacos, but those might be a little spicy for her. We'll see. So lots of options, but I'm gonna start with the bread. So it's in the toaster. You can hear her just fussy. Are you a hungry girl? Are you fussy? You say hi? Can you wave? Say hi. Hi, good job. Hi. Yeah, you can use this hand. Hi. Good job. Oh no. Oh no. So I toast the bread because otherwise it could be a choking hazard for like soft bread to get mushy in her mouth and stuck. So I just toasted it and now I'm gonna cut it into strips. And then I have a very ripe banana. If it wasn't ripe, I would not feed it to River while she's constipated because that can be bad. But I've heard a ripe banana is okay and actually can help. So I'm going to cut this in half. Maybe Asher or somebody will eat some of it. Yeah, banana. So it's very soft banana. I'm gonna mush it up with a fork. And then I'm gonna put it on the bread so the bread isn't just dry. And we'll see how she likes it. She has not had this. She's had peanut butter on bread one time and just like dry bread one time, and she was kind of teething. She just kind of chewed on it, but she does not have bread often. So the whole idea with baby-led weaning is to feed your child early and often. Feed like the same foods over and over, early and often, so that they get accustomed to different tastes and textures, flavors, all of that. She's clearly ready to eat, so let me put her in. Do you want to stand in your stool? Do you want to sit in your chair?
And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs.
She really ate that up, so I got her a second piece. Now I'm gonna give River some broccoli that was boiled. It's very, very soft because it was boiled for a while. I don't know if she'll really like eat and swallow it, but it's at least good to give her the flavor and texture so she can get used to it a little bit. I think roasted broccoli definitely tastes better, but she does pretty well with boiled. My hair is up now. I'm about to go take a shower, but just forgot to end the video. So dinner is always a little bit rushed and interesting because the kids can get kind of hungry and irritable before we have our dinner ready, but that's why we eat dinner really early, and typically it's not too much of a problem. So I don't know, it's different every day. You saw kind of a chaotic dinner where she just ate before we were eating, but while we were eating, I did give her some leftover like steak. The fish was too spicy for her, so I couldn't give that to her. I just didn't want to risk it at all, her like, I don't know, crying from it. So yeah, she had an interesting meal for dinner. She did end up having a pear afterwards too. So if she gets a little bit fussy or like isn't interested in what she has, then I sometimes just swap it out for something else. So yeah, definitely not advice from a pediatrician or anyone who has nutritionists. Like, I don't have any of that kind of stuff. So ask your doctor if you're struggling with constipation or anything like River is. I just found some stuff on the internet that's supposed to help, and I've been trying to do that a little bit, but I am going to see the doctor. So I encourage you to reach out to your own pediatrician or whoever you trust for that kind of advice. Sorry, Asher's juice is spilling. But all that to say, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video. I hope it was helpful to see what we eat in a day. If you have any specific questions, definitely let me know. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll do more baby-led weaning videos, and I'm also gonna show like the toddler side of things. And I just wanna be super realistic and show you like exactly what he snacks on, and maybe it'll make you feel better about your life, because Asher used to be a great eater, and he still is. Like, he'll eat a lot, and he'll eat pretty healthy stuff sometimes, but he eats like croutons randomly as a snack when he finds them in the pantry. So I need to reorganize the pantry again, so that'll be another video, but I will see you next time. Bye.